Hey everyone. Um, it is now 3 weeks post radiation, and I thought I would just do a checkup on where we're at. I am slowly starting to feel better, get some of my energy back. Um, I've slowly started being able to eat solids again without getting sick, which is, I'm very grateful for that. Um, Everything still tastes like dirt. My taste buds have not come back yet. I'm still having trouble swallowing, a lot of dry mouth. And I don't know if you can tell, but the radiation burned a hole in my skin flap, which is looking really good. If you watched the last video, it was very puffy. It hadn't gone down yet, but the radiation did make it get smaller, which they said it would, but burned a hole in my skin flap, which cannot be repaired for at least 6 weeks because the skin is just too fragile from radiation. Um, I don't know if the radiation did it or it also, there's now a cavity kind of back here because the radiation caused the flap to drop a little bit. There was fat up there holding it up, and that fat fell. So there's now like a cavity behind this part of my eye, and it was filling up with, it's going to sound gross, but basically mucus, um, which is from all the inflammation from radiation that's coming out as my body is healing. And so my eye also oozes. So that's fun. Had to go on antibiotics, which I actually didn't end up needing because it wasn't an infection like they were thinking it might be. It was just the stuff that basically should be coming out of my nose is coming out of my eye because it's collecting in that cavity, and then basically if I lean forward, it drips out as it builds up. So evenings are fun because basically I have to lay perfectly flat still, because if I turn my head, it'll leak down my face while I'm sleeping. And then, so I lay back perfectly still, but I still have to wake up. I keep a bucket next to the bed and then basically lean my head down over the bed and drain my eye before I can get up out of bed, because otherwise it just starts dripping, dripping, dripping down my face. So that's fun, but at least it's not infected. We're trying to keep it from getting infected in this next couple weeks because obviously it is an open wound. But I was really nervous because the radiation doctor said it could be that the flap was failing. But then we went and met with the surgeon, and he said, no, the flap is fine. I'll be able to easily repair the hole once he can. If he were to do stitches now, they would basically just rip apart because the skin would rip apart because it's so fragile. There is a chance that the hole will close on its own, but it is yet to do that. I would really like to stop leaking. I got worried about it closing on its own and then having all that fluid in there, but he said no, if it closes on its own, the fluid will reroute back to where it's supposed to be coming out, which is my nose. So, just another hiccup in the road, but all things considered, I'm trying to be grateful for the fact that I'm eating, that I'm getting more energy back. I kept the baby home with me yesterday for the first time. I wasn't fully by myself. I had some friends that stopped by, but I was able to kind of care for her most of the day. I was pretty tired by the end of the day, so I had to get in bed when Babe got home from work, but it made me feel good being able to care for her a little bit more than I have been. And so I'm just each day slowly getting a little more energy back. We meet with the radiation doctor this afternoon to just kind of continue to talk about the side effects that I'm still having, check in on the eye, all that stuff, but feeling okay. So better than I was, and just ready to get this hole closed up so that I can stop leaking everywhere. And I'm trying not to be anxious and like live in limbo while we wait for the scans to be able to get done. We have about 3 to 4 weeks until we can do the CT scan, and then another 5 to 6 weeks until we can do the PET scan, because they need time for all the inflammation to go down from the radiation. You can see I'm still pretty puffy on this side of my face. Like right here feels bruised. This side's not as inflamed, but this nostril is very inflamed. I can't really breathe out of it, but I can breathe out of this one. So it's all just a waiting game until we can figure out if there's still any cancer in there. So just praying that there's not, and that we can kind of begin to move forward. Just really hopeful for that. I know they got a lot out of it with this. I know they got a lot out with the surgery. He got clear margins, so the hope is now that the radiation was just took care of anything else, and we will be cancer free, or at least show no evidence of active cancer. Yep. We did also meet with an integrative medicine doctor, just to kind of get some more additional support, to get my body kind of back into shape. My body is all kinds of screwed up just from the side effects, from the antibiotics they had me on. My gut's a mess, just all of the things that come along with cancer treatment. It wrecks your body to heal your body, which sucks, but we're just doing what we can. My hair's really starting to grow in. It's actually bald in the back right here from radiation. Same thing with my eyebrow. It took my eyebrow, I don't know if you can tell, the whole back bottom of my head is bald, and they said that can take months for that to come back. So I'll be looking a little funny for a while, but I mean, I look a little funny right now anyways. So just getting used to my new look, my new body. Trying to start working on some strength, building up some strength back. I've been going for walks, but I really need to work on just some strength training, and plan to focus on that here in the next little bit. So that's, that's the newest update for now. So hopefully the next time I'm on here, well, I don't know, that'll be a while. I may come on before then, or I may wait until we know what the scans look like. So thank you for continuing to support us, and it just means a lot. Bye, everybody.